And as you can see, it's clearly time for me to clean my shower head. I've got quite a bit of calcium buildup on it, and in some areas it's built up so much that water isn't even coming out of these little holes. Now that's not too uncommon, especially if you live in the city and you're using city water, just because calcium is usually in the system and it sticks to almost anything that it touches. So to get rid of it, what I like to do is use some lemon juice. And the reason why I like to use lemon juice is because this buildup is generally calcium, and calcium has a high pH, it's very alkaline, and lemon juice, being very acidic, has a very low pH. The pH is around 2 actually. So it dissolves the calcium right off of the shower head, and you don't really have to use too much elbow grease to get the rest off, but it works really well. So to get started, just take off your shower head. And in my case, because it's plastic, I just have to use my hand. But if yours is metal, you might need to use a wrench. And be careful because a little bit of water might come out here at the very end. None did in that case. So for the next step, you just need to get yourself a container large enough to hold the shower head inside of it. And then also some lemon juice. Any brand will work. Just make sure you have enough to fill the entire container with it. To get started, just get your lemon juice open and start pouring it on there. And you will need to let this soak for a while, which is another reason why I prefer lemon juice over some of the other household ingredients like vinegar, is because the smell is not too bad. With vinegar, you'd probably have to leave it outside just because you don't want that smell. Alright, and if you really wanted to, you could probably put like a glass or something like that on top of it to make sure it doesn't float, but in my case, the majority of the shower head is underneath the solution, so I'm not going to have to worry about that. So we'll just let that sit for a couple hours, and then I'll show you guys the end result. So here's what the shower head looks like after just 5 hours of sitting in the lemon juice. I'm going to let it soak a little bit longer just to get some more of that residue off, but it's looking great so far. So this is about 10 hours after letting it soak in the lemon juice, and as you can see, just about all of the calcium is gone. Now, if you're still noticing any left in your shower head at this point, you might want to go ahead and take a toothbrush or a Scotch-Brite pad and just agitate the surface, and it should come off pretty easily. But as for me, I'm just going to be installing this one without even scratching the surface, and then using the rest of the lemon juice to clean the rest of my shower heads. Hope this helped.